Let's turn our attention now to the National Assembly, where the Joint Committee on Petroleum Resources and Gas says the Presidential Compressed Natural Gas Initiative cannot account for the 500 billion naira approved for palliatives for the CNG advancement. At a budget defense meeting with the Ministers of State, Petroleum Resources and Gas, legislators insist the activities of the committee are shrouded in secrecy. Accuses reports.
After last week's summon, the two ministers are before the Joint Committee of the National Assembly. Lead chairman of the Joint Committee gives an opening remarks. He accuses the Steering Committee on Presidential CNG initiative of leaving the National Assembly and the ministers in the dark of its activities.
The Presidential CNG initiative has embarked on a fundraiser in order to extort funds from so-called stakeholders.
The Minister of State Petroleum Resources presents the ministry's 9.64 billion naira 2024 budget estimates.
The Ministry of Petroleum Resources is more of a policy ministry. It's not basically, a ministry that executes, projects to address the concerns of oil-producing communities.
But the legislators became furious with the size of the ministry's budget. They said the 5.8 billion naira for capital budget for a ministry crucial to achieving the natural gas revolution policy is grossly inadequate. Issues of climate change and plight of host communities are some of their concerns.
If you have issues to do with some of your funding profile that you want this institution to intervene, you are quite free to make such presentations. You don't have to necessarily be tied down to an envelope.
Looking at the budget presented to us, I feel like crying. Looking at the budget of 10.something billion for oil sector, where refineries are not working. What is our hope?
But the ministers insist the Tinubu government is on the right track, particularly having jacked the ministry's budget from less than 2 billion naira to about 10 billion naira. They say fossil fuel is not going away anytime soon.
The NUPRC, they have produced guidelines to ensure reduction in the fugitive methane and greenhouse emissions.
In another conference room, the House Committee on Science Engineering promises to support scientific research to catalyze Nigeria's economic development.
We shall strive to initiate supportive policies and regulations aimed at fostering the enabling environment.
After an engaging session, the two ministers of state for Petroleum Resources and Gas assure Nigerians and indeed the lawmakers that the Bola Tinubu administration will achieve prosperity for the nation as it settles down to work. Joke Adisa, TVC News, Abuja.